when everything can be done in just a few clicks. This is exactly how tourists access travel information today: GPS, e-books, and mobile apps. Speaking at the Global Tourism Economy Forum held in Macau, Joe Li, publisher of China Daily Asia Pacific, says mobile has taken the industry one step forward.
Customers can now research new products and make decisions quicker than before. So for industry, being social and mobile is not just a trend, but also a necessity in the 21st century.
Other speakers at the panel discussion sponsored by China Daily Asia Pacific, including founder of Ctrip.com, an online travel retailer in China, discussed the impact of new media and technology on the industry.
现在所有的这个消费者，实际上他拥有的 bargaining power 是前所未有的，就是整个 Internet empower 的 consumers。这些消费者他越来越掌控整个行业的资讯，所以靠不对称的信息赚钱已经行不通了。所以整个这个业内的业态是从不对称到资讯非常充分。
Thanks to technology, industry players including Sugat, a restaurant rating and review service in the U.S., realize customers not only become knowledgeable, but also demanding.
In the past, we were always like a printed guide, and people would have to go to the store and buy a book that, that content could be out of date by the time that they bought the guide. So, with the advent of technology and having all of this available in real time, people can go online and pull this information for themselves. I think so. I think they're demanding more accountability. People expect a certain level of service or quality of service, and they have the tools now to find out what other options there are out there.
In most cases, consumers are critical enough to tell editorials from the unbiased content in a guidebook.
They're getting pretty good at it. They're getting pretty good at it because the way the language is on those websites. If you read somebody reviewing a hotel, it's paradise and it's pampering and you'll never it's breathtaking and it'll take your breath away. You already know the answer to that. That's garbage. That's a brochure that somebody wrote 25 years ago. They just updated, right? That's garbage. If somebody says, look, I'll give you another example. If I put in my brochure, I have the best pool in the world. You're gonna, as an experienced traveler, you're gonna go, oh yeah? Show me that pool. But if I write instead, I think I have one of the more interesting pools and I hope if you get a chance one day you'll come see it. Well, that's fair, that's reasonable, and you'll go and you'll make your own mind. But you don't have to be sold on the pool. You just need to be informed about the pool, and that's the difference.
Consumers are big. They contribute to hotel ratings, write up restaurant reviews. But when this kind of user-led content is becoming the trend, experts realize there's a problem in it.
But what we're beginning to see among consumers is that information overload is a real problem. So I can go on TripAdvisor and see 500 hotel reviews for a particular hotel. Some of them can say it's the best hotel I've ever stayed in. Some of them can say it's the worst hotel I've ever stayed in. And you never quite know, where you stand. So we see real opportunity to sort of combine expert opinion with user-generated so that you have a nice balance. We recently just did a small campaign with a Chinese meta search company called Qunar.com, where they've asked their users to list their top 10 hotels in different categories, and they're getting feedback from their users, and then we're going to send Lonely Planet authors together with Qunar sleepers, which are people who review the hotels, to provide write-ups on those top.
Looking ahead, industry players believe the emerging Asian market is critical, as China alone has a stunning 70 million outbound travelers last year.
You know what that means? A substantial number of Chinese. I mean, a number that would be staggering to us. Relative to your population, not that staggering yet. Relative to our population, staggering, is now ready, willing, and able to travel. And they will pay for it. Is the world ready for it yet? No.
Why not?
Because the travel industry hasn't moved fast enough. there's a good chance that by the time a Chinese traveler comes to the United States, they probably know more about the city they're visiting than the people who live there because they've studied it, right? They know about it. So that's a good thing. But you don't deliver the goods if you don't speak to their comfort level, their language difficulty perhaps, and their cultural, you have to make it work for them, right? That doesn't mean you have to have a noodle shop on every corner. It doesn't mean you have to serve chopsticks at every dinner, but they have to be available without it being a struggle. You have to make it easy and welcoming. What is travel if not the word welcoming? Hospitality, be hospitable, right? And that's what we need to do.